Patti B, Mark, aka Sugar Bear, I had a special relationship with him. But that relationship began 11 years ago in Huntington bookstore, where Patti brought me into her community, and her son at the time was in the first phases of his addiction. I remember her talking about her concern for her son. He was a senior, and she wanted to get out in front of it. It was so important for her to introduce him to recovery.
Mark's recovery journey really started on the Cape. He moved into a Christian sober home, and he was doing quite well. He was going to church, he was following the 12 steps, he was part of a men's ministry, and he had a job, and he was really very happy in his life at that time. Sadly, he relapsed after about 3 years, and that's where things started to get really tough for him. He was in and out of detoxes again, and in and out of treatment centers.
But I don't think I've ever met a parent that went after recovery for their children like Patti B did. She walked through every door, shook every hand, hugged every person, so she could be best prepared to give her son what he so badly needed.
Substance abuse and addiction is really a family disease. Not only does it affect the person who is struggling with the substance, but the family members really are quite affected. And so when Chris and Heather told me about the services that the Herren Project offered for family, I jumped right on that. Filled out the form for a family support group, and Rebecca Hellman got back to me right away. She called and asked a little bit about myself, and I told her about my journey, and she set me up with a family support group. Once I got onto that family support group, my life immediately started to change. I also felt this sense of camaraderie amongst the group. They were participating in Herren Project events, and they were talking about all the things that they were doing for their own self-care. And that was something that was so important to me, because for years I had neglected myself and the other members of my family, and my focus was solely on Mark and getting him well. It was in those groups that I learned so much about how I needed to take care of me if I wanted to be able to help Mark. And so that's what I started to do. I signed up for my first race, which was the Falmouth Road Race. It had tremendous meaning, not only because it was the first time I ever was doing anything for me, but it was where Mark was living. And so I had the connection of that, and I thought, wow, if he can see me accomplish this, maybe he'll see that it's okay, and we can do hard things. It was at the Falmouth Road Race that I met a whole nother set of people that really understood everything that I was going through, and just provided me with so much inspiration and encouragement and support and really hope, because the people that were part of that event were not just family members, they were people that were in recovery. And hearing their stories and learning about everything that they had gone through really provided me with a lot of hope for my own son.
Patti's family. Patti's been there from the very beginning, and I always have a special place in my heart for the people that believed in me from the get-go. And Patti believed in me, and she believed in the Herren Project, and the Herren Project has always been there for her. Herren Project became her community. Herren Project became Patti's place, where she got exactly what she needed and what she wanted her son to so badly have.
Over the last 11 years, Herren Project's community has grown and embraced thousands of individuals and families like Patti and Mark. It is this community that also makes our treatment, recovery, and prevention services possible for more people like Patti. Herren Project is 100% funded by private donations, so your donations matter. I humbly ask you today to walk with us and make a gift to the 2022 Empowerment Appeal. Together, we can overcome the disease of addiction and help save more lives.